What is up, you guys? And it's me here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about what should Fortnite add in. I know I already have pretty much thrown in another video today, about Fortnite, but I'm like, you know what? Why not add more than one video? Because I actually might have a plan of making another video, because, right now, currently, for me, it's 12:12 p.m. when I'm currently recording this. So, yeah, let's just talk about what should Fortnite add on into Fortnite. I'm gonna only throw in like 10 things because I don't want to make the list too long. So, yeah. Now, starting up number one on the list, and it is to buff the weapons from this season. Now, what I'm trying to say is the two-shot shotgun, the SMR, and the hammer assault rifle. Like, two-shot, like I said, is it better than the auto? Yes. But it's, like, that's it. Like, the auto's, like, one of the worst guns in the game, so that's not really a competition there. Like, I would rather pick the drum shotgun. Heck, I would rather pick a double barrel. Like, you kind of get what I mean. I don't think that the two-shot is one of the better shotguns. It's kind of in the middle of the pack for me. I really wish they could buff it and make it somewhat more usable. The hammer assault rifle, which in my opinion could be the worst gun to use in the game. The recoil is just awful. The fire rate is not really the best. And the damage output is so bad. Why couldn't you just make the damage one less to the AR and the SCAR and have the fire rate at the 5.8? Like, there you go. There you go. You got a good gun. Right there. That's a good actual gun. Like, but that's the thing. Fortnite's not doing that, which makes it super tedious and annoying. The SMR, you're like, wait, the SMR's good though. Why you want it buffed? Well, because you actually have to, like, physically, like, you have to, like, the players are moving, right? The bullet's not gonna get, like, directly to the target. It's gonna take a little time, and then it's gonna hit the target. So I hope that they can buff the hit scan, and I would say it's probably one of the better guns in the game. But in, like, builds, they could stay the hit scan. I don't really care. But before we move on to the list, I will say most of this stuff are going to be required with no builds. So if you are a builds fan, I recommend you just don't watch the video. Because I might even talk about something that you're not gonna like in builds. So, get out of here. Alright, on to number two. And number two, this has been on my mind ever since day one of chapter 3. It is, you need to remove the spray meta. How many times do I have to say this? I have said this, I think, about 20 times in this chapter. Like, that, like, I never have ever had to say that ever in my entire life. Like, the stinger could stay in the game, honestly. I just think they might need to nerf the gun a little bit, honestly. But the combat, get out of here. Like, seriously. The combat has such good damage output. But also, I don't even care if they nerf them, because it's still going to be OP as heck. So, removing them is going to help me significantly with the game. And like I said, this is the only problem with Chapter Season 1, is the stupid spray meta. Now, on to number 3 on the list, and number 3 on the list is to pretty much remove most of the guns in the game. Like, seriously. Most of these guns are just so unusable. Like, the Ranger is unusable. The AUG is, like, significantly overpowered compared to all the other ARs. You kind of get what I mean. I just throwed some examples because I already talked about some of these guns before. So, I'm waiting for Chapter 4 to come out already because I just want a new loophole. Like, so what I'm trying to say is that hopefully next season, we could just have a ton of guns removed and a ton of guns coming back that are actually at least playable to use. Like the SCAR, for example, I would love to see that back. The MK, I would love to see that back. You know what I also would love, which is actually going to be the next spot on this list, it is to have a red dot attachment to the game. So you can't have red dots right away. So like let's say the AUG or the MK, they don't get their red dots yet. You have to get it from a like one of those like cow catchers or tires or in a military base, which I hope that they can add that as a location just to make it like that. But yeah, I would like to see a red dot as an attachment more than an actual gun that is glued into a weapon, because then that would make the game so much more fun. And also, speaking of which, I think this is the fourth one, if I'm not mistaken. We have bring back the thermal assault rifle. Now, thermal actually recently just got removed, and I was pretty sad about that, honestly, because the thermal would like put competition against the AUG, because then the AUG wouldn't be like the only gun that you would pretty much use. I know the SMR technically has some competition there, but let's be clear, I don't really think so. Now, on to number 5 on the list, and this is another bring back thing. It is going to be bringing back the shield bubble. Like, what do I have to say? The shield bubble was one of the more fun, like, when the shield bubble was in the game, I felt like fun. It was fun. It was really good and entertaining that you could have, like, let's say, for example, you had no cover over like 30 meters away from you. You could just throw down a shield bubble, and then you literally would just be chilling like a villain with literally cover for like 30 seconds. And that's going to be just enough time for you to not even sprint and just, run over it. Heck, it would even be a good advantage for people to be far away for you to heal. That's kind of what I mean. I really wish it could come back to the game. Now, on to number 6 on the video, and this is actually acquired with builds, so if you're somehow still watching the video, if you are a fan of builds, and I say you have to bring in more shield. Look, I know the 50 cal or any snipers in the game aren't doing 200 to the head, but I literally was getting beamed out of nowhere by these annoying guns. And plus, it would make the spray meta more fun and entertaining, because then you don't get blasted to death in 5 seconds. Because then at least you can somewhat did something. So that's why I wish that they could bring more shield to the game. So I mean by builds perspective, maybe have 200 shield instead of 100 shield. That would be pretty cool to me. But now on to the next part of the list, and the next part on the list, and this is just a creative item, but again, it's typically used from another item, and it's to bring the health kick. Now you're going to be like, what the heck is a health kick? It is just the same thing as the shield keg, but you just have it at healing you with health instead of shield. Because that would be so much more fun. Imagine if you were in Storm or something. It would be such a good item to have. But here's the thing I will say about the health kick that they might need a torque. It needs to probably last a little bit. I think it should stay the same like the shield keg. But I think it should be more easier to break. Because then people could just it also could take some damage to Storm. Because that people could just find health kicks and just survive in a game in Storm. I don't think that's going to be very fair. So what if you could maybe make a way for a Storm to break the health kick 1 per second, so then you just can't just stay in the Storm. Now on to number 8, and this is going to change the game forever, but you can have, every time you get hit, when you have shield, it takes 1 less damage. Now, so let's say, for example, you're getting hit by an AUG, a gray AUG. It does 26 damage to you if you had shield. That's, pretty nice. And especially with Dobio's perspective, too, because then you have a higher chance to keeping your thing as well. The SMR, it does 50, which is exactly the amount of his overshield. It could at least, you could have one overshield left. So that's pretty nice to my opinion of why they should probably keep it in the game. Now, on to number 9 on the list, and number 9 is to stop destroying locations that I actually enjoy. Let's start off with Greasy Grove. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is don't add pointless locations at locations that I like. Like, for example, let's say Commander Cabin. Place to be Great Cave. I've never landed there in my entire life until I actually just had to unlock it. The fortress was literally replaced with a literal non-location. Sorry. Where was I? Oh, yeah. The Reality Falls was replaced by Cut Campbell. And you know what's funny? I would much rather have Cut Campbell than Reality Falls. And story-wise, I can understand. But in gameplay, it's not fun at all. It is pointless. Greasy Grove was literally... I'm never landing at Greasy Grove ever again. It's kind of like what they did with Season 7. Like, they ruined Greasy Grove. Now, they just, like, it's not as bad as the Season 7 one, but it's still not fun and entertaining. It's annoying. But now we're on to number 10. So this is the last one. I actually can't believe I've flown that fast. And the number 10 one is to bring in No Builds Arena mode. Like, seriously, when are we going to get a No Builds Arena mode? Because if I look currently on Epic, like what Epic has made, I don't think it's been in there yet. Yeah, currently there is no, even like competitive. Let me look competitive real quick. Yeah, Fortnite competitive. It's just arena. So, yeah, I'm a little pissed off for the fact of that, but like, I'm really hoping that this is going to change during the later future, and we're actually going to get No Builds Arena. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for the video. I just wanted to talk about what I wanted into the game, since currently you guys seem to like my Fortnite videos. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video.